What would it be like to be able to live longer and in excellent health? Would you like to discover the secrets that lead many Japanese to live beyond 100 years of age? Thanks to the Zen story you are about to hear, you will discover that these secrets have nothing to do with a magic potion. What makes many Japanese so long-lived is an ancient lifestyle, passed down from generations of wise men. And if you stay until the end of this video, you will learn the secret to living longer and better. You will discover the 7 pillars of longevity, a set of daily practices that nourish the body, mind, and spirit. So prepare to immerse yourself in a fascinating story that could change the way you view life and longevity. But before continuing, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so that you are updated when we publish new content for your spiritual growth. The morning sun filtered through the leaves of the centuries-old trees that surrounded the ancient Zen monastery, creating a play of light and shadow on the stone path. A group of pilgrims who had come from every corner of the world had gathered in the courtyard to meet the venerable and over 100-year-old monk Tokuma. Known for his wisdom and his profound knowledge of ancient Buddhist traditions, the monk was also famous for the excellent conditions in which he had reached his age. Tokuma, his eyes shining with an inner light, emerged from his abode and approached the pilgrims with a serene smile. "Welcome, my friends," he said in a deep, calm voice. "I am honored to have you here today. I understand that you have come from afar to seek answers and for spiritual guidance. I am here to share with you some lessons that I hope will illuminate your path." The pilgrims sat in a circle around him, their hearts filled with hope and expectation. The monk, with a kind gesture, invited them to relax and open their minds and hearts. "Today," Tokuma began, "I will tell you about 7 practices that, if integrated into your daily life, can lead you to live longer and better, both physically and spiritually. These practices are rooted in Buddhist wisdom and the healthy habits of the Japanese people, a people known for their longevity and well-being." While the pilgrims listened with great interest to the words of their mentor, Tokuma added that numerous scientific studies have demonstrated the benefits of the practices he would soon reveal. The practice of mindfulness was the first the monk talked about. The first practice, Tokuma said, is the practice of mindfulness. This practice consists of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's about being fully present in every moment, aware of our thoughts, our emotions, our physical sensations, and the world around us. Mindfulness helps us cultivate inner peace, reduce stress and anxiety, and develop a greater understanding of ourselves and others. We can practice mindfulness at any time of the day, while eating, walking, working, or simply breathing. Know that this practice is simpler than you might think. Essentially, when your mind wanders, as it inevitably will, you simply and gently bring it back into the present moment. We Buddhist monks have always known that mindfulness is associated with reduced stress, anxiety, and depression, and which also leads to improved concentration, memory, and general well-being. Over the years, to our great satisfaction, many scholars and scientists had arrived at the same conclusions. The second practice, Tokuma continued, is meditation. Meditation is a powerful tool for calming the mind, cultivating concentration, and developing wisdom. There are many types of meditation, but they all share the goal of bringing the mind to a state of calm and clarity. Regular meditation can have a profound impact on our physical and mental health, reducing stress, improving sleep, and increasing our ability to cope with life's challenges. Even just a few minutes of meditation a day can make a difference to our physical health, mental well-being, and emotional balance. Meditation leads to a reduction in blood pressure, cholesterol, and the risk of heart disease, as well as an improvement in the immune system and quality of sleep. The pilgrims, as they listened to the monk speak, began to feel an increasingly stronger sense of inner peace. His voice had the power to make them feel better. Another important practice to learn, Tokuma said, is mindful movement. Our body is a temple, and we must take care of it. And regular exercise is essential for our physical and mental health. But it's not just about exercising, it's about moving with awareness. Whether it's a walk in nature, a yoga session, or simply stretching in the morning, it's important to move with intention, paying attention to the sensations in our body. Mindful movement helps us connect with our body, release tension, and cultivate vital energy. And practicing mindful movement has been associated with a reduced risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and some types of cancer. Not to mention improved muscle strength, flexibility, and balance. All the things I'm talking about demonstrated not only by our experience but also by the most recent scientific studies. The fourth practice you should follow, Tokuma explained, is mindful eating. The food we eat has a profound impact on our health and well-being. Mindful eating is about paying attention to what we eat, savoring every bite, chewing slowly, and appreciating the flavors, colors, and textures of food. It's also about choosing healthy, nutritious foods that nourish our bodies and minds. The traditional Japanese diet, rich in fish, vegetables, fruit, and whole grains, is an example of a healthy and balanced diet. If we take care of our nutrition, we face a reduction in the risk of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. Furthermore, we can reduce the risk of getting cancer, and we can improve our digestion, with positive repercussions on physical energy and mood. As the sun began to disappear behind the mountains surrounding the monastery, Tokuma spoke about the fifth practice, gratitude. The practice of gratitude, he said, is a powerful antidote to unhappiness and dissatisfaction. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, our perspective changes. The practice of gratitude is recognizing and appreciating the good things in our lives, big and small. We can do this by writing a gratitude journal, thanking the people around us, or simply taking a moment each day to reflect on the things we are grateful for. Gratitude opens our hearts to joy and happiness. Furthermore, it helps us significantly reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. And then it improves the quality of our sleep, self-esteem, and interpersonal relationships. The sixth practice, Tokuma continued, is kindness. Kindness is an act of love and compassion towards ourselves and others. When we are kind, we create positive energy that spreads around us. The practice of kindness involves doing small, kind actions every day, such as smiling at a stranger, helping someone in need, or simply listening attentively. Kindness makes us happier and helps us build stronger and more meaningful relationships. The practice of connection with nature is another important aspect linked to the Japanese habits that the elderly monk spoke about. Connection with nature, he said, is an inexhaustible source of peace, beauty, and inspiration. Spending time in nature helps us reduce stress, improve mood, and connect with something bigger than ourselves. Thanks to nature, we can achieve inner peace and get closer to the divine we believe in and the divine that lives within each of us. But how can we practice connection with nature? Taking a walk in the park, admiring a sunset, listening to the birds singing, or simply breathing the fresh air. Nature reminds us that we are part of a greater whole and helps us find our place in the world. When we are in nature, we can notice an improvement in concentration, creativity, and general well-being. The pilgrims listened attentively to Tokuma's words, and their hearts were touched by his wisdom and compassion. The monk, with a kind smile, invited them to ask questions and share their reflections. "Master," one pilgrim asked, "how can we integrate these practices into our daily lives, which are often so hectic and stressful?" Tokuma replied, "It is not necessary to make big changes at the beginning. Start with small actions like meditating for 5 minutes a day, taking a short walk in nature, or writing down 3 things you're grateful for. Gradually, as these practices become a habit, you can increase the time and effort you dedicate to them. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Another pilgrim asked, "Master, how can we maintain the motivation to continue these practices over time?" Motivation comes from understanding the value of these practices and the benefits they bring to our lives, replied the monk. When we directly experience the benefits of all these practices combined, our motivation naturally increases. Also, it's important to be kind to ourselves, not judge ourselves if we miss a day or if we don't do everything perfectly. The journey to wellness is an ongoing process, not a destination. The pilgrims continued to ask questions and share their reflections as the sun began to set behind the mountains. Tokuma answered each question with patience and wisdom, offering guidance and encouragement. When the last ray of sun disappeared over the horizon, the pilgrims stood up and thanked Tokuma for his teachings. "Remember," he said as the pilgrims prepared to depart, "that the secret to living longer and better is no secret. It is a path of personal growth, awareness, and connection with ourselves, with others, and with the world around us. I wish you a good journey, and I hope that these practices can illuminate your path."